Hello and welcome to the Brotherhood of Geeks. I'm Brett J. Rasmussen, and I'm here to go ahead and watch the Ubisoft Forward, which is Ubisoft's own pretty much digital press conference where they're going to be talking about some new announcements. What we do know is that there has been a leak of Fallout 6. Not Fallout. What am I even talking about? That's Bethesda. Far Cry 6. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. Far Cry 6. So we're going to be getting a either trailer or demo of that. We are going to be getting gameplay of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I believe that's what we're going to do, and then we're going to get more on Legion. So we're going to be getting more, information on Watch Dogs Legion and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I want to see how the gameplay of Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be different from Odyssey. It is going to have that more RPG style that they have kind of picked up since Origins. But I want to see how the combat would work, how their RPG system, if it has changed or how similar it is. That's going to be good. And really, Far Cry 6, I'm looking forward to that because, oh crap, like the big bad is from, oh crud, I can't remember his name, but he's in a famous Netflix show. Crud. I can't even remember. We're only a few minutes away, so again, we're going to be bringing it up, but I'm looking forward to Far Cry. I've always enjoyed Far Cry, and I'm really excited to see where that goes. And then hopefully we get an actual date for Watch Dogs Legion, because that was supposed to come out, I believe, this past summer, like around this time. But then they put it back indefinitely. There is no date. It's been delayed. So I don't know when that is happening, and I hope we get a date for that. I hope we get a solidified date for Assassin's Creed, because it's just holiday of this year. And then Far Cry, I think that's coming out this year too. Excuse me. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and see what this show has in store. So what are we going to open with?
This is Ubisoft Forward. Explore our worlds.
Meet the devs. See the games.
Join us.
Hi everyone, I'm Neelam Kumar, and I'm very excited to be co-hosting the first Ubisoft Forward with the talented Yusuf Mageed. Today's show is all about getting up close and in-depth with all the exciting games we have in production here at Ubisoft.
I'm Yusuf, but there's no time to wait.
Maybe we'll go ahead and get some Beyond Good and Evil too. That would be really good.
London, and see what the hackers of DedSec are getting into.
Oh, right. So we're going to open with Watch Dogs Legion. All right, here we go.
The illegal paintings spreading subversive and hostile messaging over the last few weeks across London are not the work of several people, as was originally believed, but the work of an individual. The criminal suspected to have links with the terrorist group.
Yep. Yeah, this is not. This doesn't even look like gameplay. This looks like this is a live action thing, like a cinematic or something.
Authorities recommend not to approach the individual.
First, they came for the foreigners, and I did not speak out, because I was not a foreigner. Then, they came for the protesters, and I did not speak out, because I was not a protester.
Are they going to be adding, like, free running to this game? Oh, boy. That's a jump.
The journalists, and I did not speak out, because I was not a journalist. And then they came for street artists, but I did not speak out, because I am not a street artist.
Jeez. I have no idea what is going on anymore. I mean, this looks cool. I'm not gonna go ahead and say that it doesn't. It looks cool, but like, is this game have the same concept that they brought up before, like, you know, last year or whatever? Or
And I realised that eventually they'd come for me, and there would be no one left to speak for me.
okay.
And there's nothing more debilitating than that. This way, not to be able to do what you're passionate about.
After a long night, London is in chaos. The main arteries through the city are blocked. Hundreds of heavily armed Albion.
Well.
This is very
Welcome
stylized.
to the Resistance. Here's a welcome gift for our new members.
But the disappearance of
You could have told me it was a bloody costume party.
has been raised.
Try it on.
The new key suspect has been identified as David Ford, a 43-year-old London taxi driver. He has no criminal record, but is currently believed to be a terrorist. People have been asked not to approach him. The authorities advise all residents.
What?
Clint
What?
Hawking.
Clint has been a longtime creative force here at Ubisoft, and now he's bringing this vision to Watch Dogs Legion.
So yeah, what we just saw was an amazing short film by the director Alberto Mielgo.
Oh, that was a short
that,
film. Okay.
Was inspired by Watch Dogs Legion and looks at the game and the universe and the characters through his incredible artistic vision and visual style.
The city needs a resistance.
Like the film, Watch Dogs Legion tells the story of ordinary heroes setting aside their differences in order to come together as a collective and to fight for a positive change.
I do like
You
the
can
like Ubisoft
literally
has done
recruit
short
and
films
play
before, like
anyone
Assassin's
who you see
Creed,
in the open world.
Ascendance,
You profile
or
people that are interesting to you. You help them with their
like
problem,
Ascendance.
their
They
origin
did one for
mission.
Brotherhood, and they did Embers.
And I'll do whatever you want.
Sounds like a DedSec problem. Leave it to us.
And that's how you recruit them into your team, and then they become the heroes of
So,
the game and the stars of
Decent.
your
That
story.
was decent. I just didn't know what that was.
Please, think more underground.
You with Albion?
I'm tickled, but think more underground.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You're done.
And they make the story not only unique to them, but unique to you as the player and personal to you because they're heroes that you've chosen and invested in. What would I say to fans? I guess I'd say take care of yourselves, stay safe. Welcome to the Resistance.
Okay.
Our London town, a modern metropolis. Built
There we
on
go.
history and prosperity.
This is a trailer for the
Only
game
took
itself.
12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
This looks like a story trailer.
Listen up. Get all your units to move in and lock down the city.
With London under attack by a mysterious terrorist, the government turns to a private military company called Albion to keep everyone safe. What could possibly go wrong?
A ton of shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nigel Cass, CEO of Albion. He's kindly stepped up to establish order.
Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize this.
He will stop at nothing to permanently control the city.
London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Nigel's not the only opportunist who's taken a liking to this fair city. Meet Mary Kelly, head of the most powerful crime syndicate in London.
Be sure and spread the word.
She and her goons are using the dark web to sell everything from party pills to people.
This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I?
You made me a slave.
You do not want to ruffle her feathers. With the city out on its arse, it now falls on you to build a resistance and take back London.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out.
Any of the brave Londoners you see walking the streets can be recruited into your team. Like him.
Yeah, that's like the whole like gimmick of this game.
Or even her. Everyone could become your next secret weapon. In our first mission, we need to get some dirt on Nigel Cass, and that means breaking into Albion headquarters inside the Tower of London. All the hardy souls you see here are people we have recruited from the streets of London. They all have unique abilities, and you're free to tackle this mission with whoever you like.
Dear God, my eyes. Badly. Zip up, get to work, and let's never talk about this again.
Like everyone in DedSec, Arthur can hack pretty much whatever. But as a construction worker, he has a particular set of tools that make him handy. He can even call his own cargo drone.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Perfect for gate crashing, when you're not invited. And who needs a regular old gun when you have a bloody nail gun?
That's cool. I actually like that. My gun is a nail gun. That's rad. That's actually really rad.
Perhaps we could approach this mission differently. If you'd rather keep your distance, we've got you covered. Amy is a drone expert.
What have we here?
A real tech connoisseur.
Hate spiders, but love this one.
So you can just play stealth
What an
like.
adorable creepy crawler.
Here we are. Let's class the place up.
A drone expert does have the unique ability to summon their own drone. This little darling is fast and stealthy.
She aimed, she fired, she hit.
I'm reading incoming drones.
She can also hack enemy drones, turning the tide in her favor. And if you are not into direct confrontation, there are more ways than one to get the job done. Recruiting an Albion officer like Brielle here might be challenging, but it'll get you inside restricted Albion areas.
Don't mind me, just doing recon for a bunch of insurgents.
However, do anything suspicious and she'll probably wind up with a bullet in the back of her head.
You've been approved for entry.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must.
Jeez.
Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists.
Well, that seems to be enough evidence.
You mean you? Like, man, the CEO of Albion is like this mustache twirling evil villain. Like, Jesus Christ.
Quality stuff. And we need a hard nut for this.
Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
Bags, don't disturb me in my natural habitat.
Say hello to Mickey. The man lives for his team.
Like putting another hair on my chest.
And doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. He does have a slight drinking problem, though. And he's passed out. Ah, well, we'll come back to him. You know what? Let's go with someone a bit more professional.
Stealth Man.
It's almost crass to call him a hitman.
Hitman. Jeez.
Some might even call him an artist.
Jesus Christ. This game just looks like big dumb fun.
Here's the bastard responsible.
Like,
done and dusted.
Not bad if I do say so, innit?
Not everyone in London is a legendary assassin or a super spy, but everyone can be a hero.
I love it that you can do these like freaking wrestling moves. Just standing moonsault. God. This looks just so ridiculously over the top and stupid. October 29th. Alright.
Plunging the player into a living, breathing city teeming with unique locales and characters has always been a central pillar of the Watch Dogs series.
So what goes into building those worlds? Here's Amanda Munt to tell us more.
Man, there's been a lot of time with this game.
My name's Amanda Munt. I'm a level artist on Watch Dogs Legion at Ubisoft Toronto. Being a level artist, I think, is the coolest job in video games because we do get the freedom to kind of like pick and choose what little details we want to depict. And we get ample opportunities to tell the stories that we want to tell in the spaces that we're assigned to. I have the capacity to hide things and, you know, like small little Easter eggs. In AC Unity, there was a boat somewhere in the world that was covered in cats.
Jeez.
And then it happened again in Watch Dogs 2. And there may or may not be something in London that is a boat filled with cats in some capacity.
Because that's my
I was fortunate
thing.
enough to go to E3 last year. Some of the people that I was showing our demo to were from London. So no matter where I dropped them in the city, they would go, oh my God, this feels like Camden. This, you know, this feels like Southwark. This feels like Westminster. When people are talking about some detail that I've put into the world and they're excited about it, like that feels so good as somebody who, you know, builds these worlds with care. I love it.
These little developer interviews that are like nice, short, sweet, and to the point. Like just, I like that. Oh, hello, Brawlhalla.
And now some news for Brawlhalla fans.
So what
In
crossover
just
are we
a
getting
few
this
weeks,
time?
You'll be able to battle it out with your favorite legends on iOS and Android devices.
Ooh. Because it's a free-to-play game, so like, I wonder how that would work on the phone.
3, 2, 1,
But
brawl!
I don't know. It's Ubisoft's own Smash clone. Like that's pretty much what it is. Microtransactions up the wazoo. Like, it's fun. I've played Brawlhalla. It's fun. It's really, really fun. And then I love the crossovers they have done. Like they've done Adventure Time. They've done WWE. They've done Ben 10. Oh, you get that bear skin.
Now,
That's
whether you need a
pretty cool.
Tom Clancy action fix on the go or want to dive back into one of the most beloved fantasy franchises in gaming, we've got you covered.
Might and Magic. Haven't heard of this game in a long time. I mean, like, I think it's a PC game only. I'm not entirely sure. Like, Might and Magic is not a game that I really follow in time. Oh, or is it? Oh, it's a mobile game. See, it shows how much I know. I just, woo, like, it's just, gotta put it out there because Ubisoft makes it.
The target is being held on the ground floor.
What?
Contact! Moat chain is down. Request air support. Target northeast rooftop.
Roger. Inbound. Danger close.
I need an EMP deployed now.
EMP.
Yo! There's Sam Fisher! What? Is this the freaking, like, Ubisoft, like, whatever, like, heroes? Because these look like, what is this?
Back in your cell!
Oh, like that, but that's Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell. What is this?
Hey, take this.
Don't make me regret this.
Oh yeah, Elite Squad. I remember them talking about it last year. I had no idea what this was. It was just like, what is this, like a...
Speaking of
What?
Tom Clancy, it's been 5 years since Rainbow Six Siege first launched, and the community has never
I
been
still don't know what Elite
In
Squad is,
celebration
so
of this
that doesn't help
milestone,
me.
Ubisoft Montreal has put together a special video to thank all of the amazing players and developers that have helped Siege become the game it is today.
Siege took a long time for it to be as successful as it is now, but I'm very happy to see that Siege is so... people
December
have
2015,
attached themselves
a
to the
small
game so
team
easily
released
now.
Rainbow Six
and it's
Siege.
really, really fun.
A game built on a strong vision.
Because the launch of
Creativity,
Siege was
competitiveness,
not good
and
at
team
all.
play.
Pour le joueur, le 1er décembre, c'est un début, mais pour nous aussi. Il faut tout de suite s'engager et dire aux joueurs, ce jeu est installé, tu peux t'y installer aussi, et nous serons là.
That original vision was quickly adopted by our passionate community, propelling it to a whole new level.
Yeah, like Siege is really fun competitively, and like it is completely team based, and you have to work with your team. You can't solo it and whatever. So like,
now, game being stronger than ever,
I like
and
Siege.
more players today than we had in the past. It means the world to us.
But we also had our share of challenges.
Health that touches upon subjects like matchmaking, connectivity, all those aspects are absolutely critical to the experience of the player.
Through it all, we're always driven by you, our community. And together, we grow stronger.
There is no sequel plan, and we're here for the next 10 years, so expect more Rainbow Six in your life for quite some time.
Look at this.
Like honestly, if all they continue doing is just upgrading Siege, like it's just Siege, they don't make a new one, it's like Siege, but they keep upgrading it, I'm fine with that.
Tous les succès, c'est vraiment le résultat de autant de nous que de vous. Ce jeu, il est autant le vôtre qu'il est le nôtre, nous, l'équipe de développement.
Now 60 million players strong,
Wow.
we're just getting started. From the devs that build the game to the community that plays it, thank you.
The almighty sledgehammer is what you're playing for.
If you haven't tried it yet, dive into our new Operation Steel Wave update available now and take Ace and Malusi out for a spin.
Nice.
A few days ago, we introduced y'all to a brand new multiplayer shooter. Now, it's time to venture into the hyperscape.
Yes. This trailer came out a little while ago, like last week, if not less than that. Like, I remember seeing like a trailer or something. I remember seeing the trailer about this.
was that? A hack in the hyperscape. That's not supposed to be there. Let me get you all up to speed, okay? About 30 years ago, everything
in
that we feared about our
2022
future started to come true. We made some good decisions. We made some bad decisions. Actually, we made a lot of bad decisions. So, here we are.
in
10
2054.
billion souls living in the crush of the megacities.
It just looks like
But the people at Prisma changed everything.
am I playing? Is this just Ready Player One? Because it looks like I'm just
They gave everyone
Ubisoft
a way
just
out.
made it. It's hyperspace or hyperscape, but really it's just Ready Player One.
Hyperscape, the biggest draw by far is Crown Rush. This is where anyone
Yes, so which is the battle royale mode. Battle royale craze is real, dude. Like, and again, we're not getting gameplay. This is just a reveal trailer or an announcement trailer. Like, it's fine because there's a really good hypeness. I just want to see how the game plays.
If you get good at Crown Rush, it can change your life. But strange things have been happening lately. Rumors of people getting hurt. Users disappearing from the real world. A darker secret lies at the heart of Hyperscape. And we have to find it.
You know, I get that there's a narrative here.
Some of
I'm not
us
saying
are
that there is a
searching
narrative
for a
in
way
like
out.
Fortnite or whatever, but like,
Some of us for a way out. And for others, a new way altogether. That's what brings us to the edge of the future. To the Hyperscape.
I'm just like, oh,
I'm JC, creative
it
director.
just seems like it's Ready Player One, the
JC's
video
work on Far
game.
Cry Primal and multiple Prince of Persia titles has established him as a top creative here at Ubisoft.
For me, what's
You worked on
exciting is
Prince of Persia?
started building it
Yeah.
from scratch, seeing it grow, adding ideas is really cool.
Hello, contender. Welcome to the Hyperscape.
The game takes place in 2054. It's in a future where humanity has grown
If
a
we
little
get to
darker.
add more like
One of the companies
like
there,
mobility,
they are
like
launching what's called
horizontal,
the Hyperscape,
like
which is a
whether
virtual
it's
world,
wall
the
running, wall
internet of the
climbing,
future. It's the place
like I
where
want some of that
everything
Prince of Persia stuff.
Within the virtual world, there is a battle royale that takes place in the virtual city of Neo Arcadia.
Yep, this is
Then
an
we also
FPS.
introduce a lot of new things. You get the opportunity to do parkour on the rooftops, to go into interiors where it's much more narrow, much more stressful. You get to go to the landmarks where there's more opportunities to get cool items, but also more players, so it's a risk-reward kind of deal. We introduce the notion of hacks, special abilities that you can pick up on the fly to adapt your tactics. With hacks, you can do things like teleport yourself, you can wrap yourself into a ball and bounce around the battlefield.
Oh, that's cool.
So a lot of abilities that let you have fun, that are toys that you can play with. And finally, it's made as a spectacle, so all the viewers will be able to interact with the game on different levels through the Twitch extension. So every few minutes, there's going to be a vote, and viewers will be able to decide what effect they want to affect the whole battle. So things like changing the gravity, infinite ammo, or stuff like that. So players, while this happens, really have to adapt to all kinds of stuff that is happening.
An interesting concept. I
So
just
for me,
can't
it's
get
really
over the fact that
exciting
this is
because right
just
now,
Ready
as we
Player
speak,
One,
we're
the video
launching the open
game.
beta, and so
It's
gonna
just
be
the premise of it. It
available
just
for
seems like
free to
it. I
play for all
can't.
PC players worldwide. And I really want to thank all the players.
But this looks
streamers,
interesting. I would want to know more information about this. Maybe this would be the battle royale that I might get into, because I've yet to find the one that I want to play.
Watch and learn how it's done.
If there's more melee, like if there was like if I could play a melee class, that would be awesome.
Showtime.
That would be really cool. Like, you know, you have a melee class and then you have Yeah, see, like, there you go. You can switch between, like, swords and stuff. That'd be rad.
Let's show them what I'm made of. Go time.
Jeez.
Watch closely. Here we go. この調子。
PC open beta. Okay.
The digital world of the Hyperscape gave our artists and developers incredible freedom when it came to designing characters.
Production manager Ana Maria Musca is going to take us behind the scenes of character design.
My name is Ana Maria Musca. I'm the production manager for characters and weapons on Hyperscape. We have paid an exceptional amount of detail to our characters. We switch different outfits, different fashion statements, different tattoos, different materials until we see them as real individuals, as real people. So the second you pick a character, you see them in game, you understand what their motivations are and what drives them and what challenges them. This was the first lineup of characters. This is our default base, but even starting from the hair down, everything has been meticulously thought of. Would this person actually like this type of outfit? Would this person enjoy the type of tattoos that we're putting on them? Will they actually like to be in this body? Each season, we plan to produce new outfits for these characters. So we're hoping some of our players are gonna see the effort and maybe even correlate some of the accessories to what's gonna happen in the game. We're very excited to see it in people's hands.
I'm just like... It looks aesthetically pleasing, I'll say that.
Ubisoft has been working closely with console makers to take advantage of all the extraordinary capabilities these new consoles will offer.
Now we have a special guest to tell us a little more.
Hey everyone.
It's Phil Spencer from Xbox.
With Watch Dogs Legion, Ubisoft is supporting smart delivery. So you will get the absolute best version of the game on any version of Xbox you're playing on. On Series X, you'll get to take advantage of the amazing work the team has done with DirectX ray tracing to create an absolutely immersive version of London like you've never seen before. Ubisoft has a unique ability to create immersive worlds,
really doing a good job of like pushing the Series X
forward.
I'm like, damn.
I'm a huge fan of Assassin's Creed. I love the time I've spent exploring the world in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I can't wait for you to see the gameplay from Assassin's Creed Valhalla that's coming up now.
Like, I want legitimate
We've been waiting to hear more
gameplay.
about this game since it was announced back in April. And now it's time for a deep dive into the world of Vikings.
My name is Julien Laferrière, and I'm the producer of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So a couple of weeks ago, we announced Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the reaction from the fans was just amazing. The time period of Vikings
I mean,
is
the first one,
really,
yes.
really
the
inspiring.
second one that you did at the
When we
Xbox
did our research,
event.
we found that they were not mindless barbarians.
Only because you said gameplay and you didn't
Vikings
show
were
off actual
actually
gameplay.
farmers trying to find new lands for them to settle. And so they had really human motivations. So for us to have this opportunity to tell kind of the real story about Vikings and kind of separate ourselves from the myths and the folklore is really something that drove us to make this game. The team went to Norway and England to take the same roads that the Vikings did, to really experience what it meant to be a Viking at that time. And then leaving Norway, which is barren but majestic, and just coming by boat in England and see those rolling green hills full of sheep, full of life, is just this moment that most likely the Vikings felt as well. You need to see this land of opportunity. And this is exactly the feeling we want players to experience in this game. It is a personal adventure, you know, it is the story of Eivor, a Viking chieftain Eivor is either a male or a female. You decide when you start the game. They will have to leave Norway to settle in England.
We found it, the DNA
you just can't
of
live in Norway
Eivor,
anymore. There's too
but
much political
it's corrupted,
pressure,
so the
no
enemies
resources
can
available.
do it. And I'm like, lore, I just kind of throw my hands up at the Assassin's Creed
Obviously,
lore
in
now.
England, it's full of Anglo-Saxons and other people, and they don't really want you there. So you will have to fight your way there to kind of build your own settlement and see your clan prosper. Vikings were brutal warriors.
Shields!
And the fact that they were mastering a lot of weapons coming from the medieval times really inspired us to kind of revamp the fight system, to leverage the brutality and the intensity of Viking combat. Vikings were not only
just seeing
fighting
stuff
face to
from the
face,
trailer.
they were masters of stealth and deception when needed. They used basically any sort of tactics they could use to win the battle. So we want to portray the full range of combat that you can imagine coming from the Vikings. We are very happy to finally be able to show you the game we've all been working on. So please enjoy this deep dive into Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Good.
In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will relive the epic saga of the Viking invasion of England.
Ooh, I like that.
You play as Eivor, a Viking from Norway, who will lead his or her battle-hardened warriors across the North Sea to the British Isles. Eivor is driven by an ambitious goal, to build a thriving Norse settlement in a hostile land.
For the good of our clan, it is time we go a Viking. Today we raid, that tomorrow we may build.
England is a dark age tangle of broken kingdoms and warring dynasties, a land of opportunity and riches. As you prowl England's rivers by longship, you may raid locations you spot from the shoreline.
So now I'm getting like
Round your
actual
ship
legitimate
and blow your
gameplay.
horn
Good.
to lead your raiding crew into battle.
Ooh.
Your crew will assist you on all your raids, fighting enemies, battering down doors, and stealing cargo too heavy for one set of arms. Whatever riches and resources you pillage may be used to develop your settlement, giving you access to useful services, better tools, and new settlers. At the heart of your settlement is the Alliance map. It will serve as a record of the allies you have made, and a guide for future opportunities. The Viking Age was a time of warriors and legends. In Valhalla, you will find the largest variety of enemies ever assembled in an Assassin's Creed game.
Okay. I like that.
Every archetype offers a unique challenge. Some will coordinate with their allies for special attacks, while others will use nearby objects to their advantage, including the bodies of fallen warriors.
Ooh.
To face these attacks, you must find and exploit your opponent's weaknesses to gain the upper hand.
I like that. Varying enemy types.
Take the
Good,
fight
good,
to your
good.
foes with a host of brutal new
Oh,
combat.
that's cool that I can just
Snare them
use
with
them
a
as a
Viking
battering ram.
harpoon.
That's cool.
Pummel them with throwing axes.
I like that.
Incapacitate them with the new stun system to keep them at a distance, or finish them off.
This game is. I can see that this game
wield
doesn't
any
really
two
have
weapons you
stealth.
wish
Like
to
this,
unleash a deadly
at least that's what it
combination of
seems
attacks.
like. It's very much less stealth based.
Customize your fighting style as you see fit, and become a legendary Viking warrior. All combinations of weapons are available to dual wield, including 2 shields.
I mean, I like that it's very much more open your face combat, but you
Not
there we
all
go.
situations call for violence. In this new land, a Viking must find a way to adapt. As Eivor is not welcome in England, you may need to outsmart your enemies, avoiding
good. Hey,
unwanted
blending in
attention
with the
towns
crowd.
and bustling
Good.
cities. Use Eivor's hood and cloak to blend with crowds and slip past watchful eyes, an unseen hunter among the people.
Oh, good. There's more social
cities
styles.
and
Good.
villages, to
Good.
the dense forests and rolling
That's
hills of
kind
England.
of a core aspect
Exploration
to
is
the
vital to keeping
game
yourself
franchise.
sharp. You must feed off the land if you hope to endure. Hunt and forage to replenish your health and fortify your equipment. Search pagan temples and Roman ruins for new activities and challenges to strengthen yourself and your settlement. The more you explore, the more of England's secrets you will reveal.
It looks gorgeous. I can already tell you that. It looks amazing.
But as you push deeper into England, the enemy will push back. In a series of climactic moments, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will feature massive assaults in which you will lead Eivor's army into battle against heavily guarded Saxon fortresses.
Today, we will reclaim her. Today, we fight for your land. And tomorrow, we rebuild.
For Istanbul.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will transport you to wondrous and haunted lands, inspired by Norse myths and England's pagan roots. It will challenge and surprise, with unforgettable characters, thrilling triumphs, and tragic losses, giving you the chance to live your own Viking saga.
Ooh. Oh, do I get to see that if I do an assassinate, like an assassination against a boss, like that, like Mortal Kombat thing? That'd be really good. I would love to see that. Okay. November 17th. Very nice.
9th century England is truly unlike anything the franchise has seen before. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will release this holiday season on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Stadia.
We're close to wrapping up today, but before we go, our CEO, Yves Guillemot, is here to share a few words.
I hope you will have enjoyed what you have seen today, and that you will love playing these games. I'm proud of our teams for delivering an ambitious, broad, and creative lineup of games. And we haven't shown you everything yet. In fact, we have a lot more to come. So you will have another Ubisoft Forward to reveal even more about our upcoming games. But before ending this show, we have one more thing to share with you.
Well, it's the leak. Because this was the big surprise, and then it got leaked. So they were like, okay, yeah. Ah, yes. Giancarlo Esposito. Anthony Gonzalez. Sean Ray. It's like the opening to a movie. Far Cry 6. Which exists. Okay, good. I was like, you better show me more than just that.
It's beautiful, amigo. Perfect, but useless. I have something for you, Diego. Give me your hands.
Papa.
Now, the grenade is simple. It has 4 basic parts. The shell, which contains the explosive, the fuse, the handle, and of course, the pin.
What are you doing?
Breathe. The pin simply holds the handle in place. It is only when you let go that this grenade goes boom. Follow me. Now.
Jeez.
I am El Presidente, which means that someday you will be El Presidente. And our people, they do not know how to be happy. They are torn apart by opinions, noise, indecision, strangled by their own freedoms. And even if you have love in your heart, even if you want what's best for them, if you only want to save them from themselves, they will hate you, Diego. Everything you say, do, believe, will be wrong.
I feel like, because that scar on his eyebrow, I feel like that's the big bad from 3. I like, not Zaz, but like, because that's not
They
his
will
name.
answer you with screams, call you evil, a monster, and give you this. So you tell me, are you evil? Are you a monster? Because our country is like this grenade, except it has 2 basic parts. Our people. And you must clutch them nice and tight, or we all go boom. You understand now? Prove it.
Oh wow. That comes out in February of next year. Okay. Okay.
And with that, we're wrapping up our first Ubisoft Forward. Today, we've seen the next generation of Assassin's Creed, the birth of a resistance in Watch Dogs Legion, the cyber chaos of Hyperscape, and the epic reveal of Far Cry's newest installment, along with so much more.
Remember, we'll be back later this year with another Ubisoft Forward filled with tons of game news and updates.
Thanks for joining us.
Okay. This is the first Ubisoft Forward. Not bad. And mind you, Ubisoft has such a bad problem of leaks. Like Ubisoft cannot even keep any surprises. Like over the past few years, they like the leak for Far Cry 6 came out like about 2 to 3 days ago before time of recording of this, of the Ubisoft Forward. If I didn't know about it, I would have been really excited. Like, oh man, Far Cry 6, yeah. But what they were shown, it looks fascinating. I like, because I just have a theory. I have a feeling that the son of like the leader of Castillo, I feel like that's the big bad from Far Cry 3. I feel like that's him, and I feel like this was his starting point, and then so on and so forth. I want to know more about Far Cry 6. I mean, I know Far Cry. It's that first person perspective, kind of crazy FPS, but it's open world, that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, Far Cry 6. That's, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it because they just kind of announced it and that was about it. It has an interesting concept where like the big bad is kind of the head of the city, or the head of, like every Far Cry is like you're trying to go after the leader of like a cult, or a guy who runs the town that you're in, like in Far Cry 4. Far Cry 5 was like the head of the cult. Far Cry 3 was that you had to go ahead and get I just need to go ahead and find his name. Let me just quickly look. But like what I like about Far Cry is just how over the top the gameplay loop is. Voss, that was it. I was thinking like Zaz, but I was like, that's not right. That's Batman. Voss, that's it. Voss is the big bad from 3, and like he kidnaps you and whatever. So I like the concept of 6. I just need to know more in order for me to kind of be more excited or not. But I do enjoy the Far Cry franchise. I've pretty much ever since 3 I've been playing it. Love Blood Dragon, love 4, love Primal, love 5. And then New Dawn is continuation of 5, so like that was fun, like fun games. So there's that. Watch Dogs Legion. Yeah, I mean, like I've already seen enough of it. What they shown here was, I guess, just more. We got a release date, which is now in October, which is fine, which is good. We finally got an actual legitimate release date. And they just kind of, it was like almost like a retread of what we got last year at the Ubisoft E3 press conference. Nothing really new outside of that short movie we got in the opening, which I had no idea. Like that short movie looked really cool and was very stylish, and I liked it. I just didn't know what it was. When Ubisoft does their like short movies, they're always very fascinating. I love the ones they do for Assassin's Creed. As I said, like I love Embers, love that one. Ascendance is fantastic. And then Lineage, which is that was it. That was the one I forgot. Lineage is the one that's connected to 2, and that's about. Anyway, I'm rambling. So Watch Dogs Legion, we already kind of know. You have all the different stuff. Like it looks like big, dumb, stupid fun. It looks like it's not taking itself seriously, which I very much enjoy. Like I love that Saints Row is very much in your face, a parody of GTA. And if Watch Dogs Legion, like it has a story, but like the villain of I think it was Albion, like he just seemed like very much villainous, evil corporate villain. Like, I have tons of money and I can do whatever the f I want. And then you have the other big bad, who is the head of like the criminal syndicate, and she just looks like she looks like she came from Gotham, like, so it looks like it's being over the top, which is fine. That's totally fine. It just looks like big, dumb, stupid fun in an open world. That's totally fine. We got just Valhalla's coming to mobile. Fine. Might and Magic, because you have to. Whatever. We got Hyperscape, which I kept talking about how just the premise of it looks like Ready Player One. But I do like the aesthetic of it, and I like how they added melee to it. Like you can have swords, which would be really cool. I like that kind of thing. So you can switch between melee and range. That's really good. They have different gadgets, so it's not just like Fortnite has the building mechanic. And then Apex has like the wall running, so like that Titanfall style. This one has like different gadgets that make you do different things, so that's really good. And if the game director did Prince of Persia games, I would love to have some kind of acrobatic style to it. Like whether it's wall running like Apex or whatever, just that kind of verticality with it would be really fun. But yeah, it just looks a little bit like Ready Player One. I just find that funny. I don't know. Maybe I'll give that game a shot. I'm not entirely sure. Battle Royales were never really my thing, but I don't know. Aesthetically, it looks nice. And then Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that was like the other thing they showed. We finally got legitimate gameplay, like in-engine gameplay, and then like at the end of this Ubisoft Forward, they're doing about a half-hour post-show of gameplay, like legitimate, like in-game gameplay, HUD, everything, all that kind of stuff. I might go ahead and talk about that later. I don't know, because I'm a massive Assassin's Creed fan. So I might go ahead and talk about the gameplay that's shown in the post-show, but I'm not entirely sure. But what we were shown in the Ubisoft Forward, it very much looks like it's more, there is a stealth element to it, so it has that social stealth where you blend in with crowds and you can instead like sit on benches, or it looks like you can go at a table and make food so that way you can bypass guards, but it looks like they're more focusing on the combat than the stealth, which is fine, and it kind of makes sense for Vikings. Like when I think Vikings, I don't think stealth. I think of like getting in there, double axes, and just killing things. So it makes sense with like lore, but it's Assassin's Creed. I don't know how I feel about the modern, like the more modern era of Assassin's Creed, because it has changed so much to what I love about Assassin's Creed, especially the present day stuff, and that's a whole mess entirely of itself. And again, the reason why I love Assassin's Creed is because of the lore. I love the gameplay loop. I love how it plays, but it's more of an RPG than a social third-person action game, or social stealth third-person action game. There we go. But it looks good, and I love the Viking era, so that's going to be really fun. Like that's why I'm very excited about it, because that, like, the time of the Vikings, I love that time. I love that the lore of Norse mythology and Vikings and that kind of thing. So I'm really excited. So yeah, and then we ended with Far Cry 6, which I've already talked about. So yeah, it was fine. It wasn't bad. Nothing exciting, nothing where I'm like, oh my god. If I got Beyond Good and Evil 2, I would have lost my mind. If they showed that, that would have been it. So maybe in the one they're going to be doing, the next Ubisoft Forward, they're going to be doing later in the year. Hopefully we get more information on that. But I think this was very much going about, okay, these are the games that are currently coming out. We've already talked about them. These are the games that are coming out this year. We'll show off Far Cry 6 because that comes out like in Q1, so it comes out in February. Like that's not a long way out. Yeah, it was fine. This was okay. I don't really have much to say, and I own probably more Ubisoft games than any other like third-party publisher. That's fine, not bad. It was okay. Yeah, that's all I got to say. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Brotherhood of Geeks. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your buddies, tell your friends, all that kind of good stuff. And then if you haven't already, press the bell icon. That way, whenever we put up a video, you know we put up a video. You can also follow us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/The Brotherhood of Geeks. You can also follow us on Twitter at DualShockedBOG. That's the name of our PlayStation podcast, DualShockedBOG. And then you can also follow us on Twitch when we stream at twitch.tv/Brotherhood of Geeks. Yeah. These are fine. Yeah, that's about all I got. So, yeah. All right. Well then, I'm Brett J. Rasmussen, and as always, live to play, play together. I'll see you guys next time.